Welcome back to the final of the Women's Singles ADO Cricket Championship here at the Cleveland Extravaganza here in Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Sean Green, joined by Nick Dichiria. Nick, it's rubbed off on me. Now I'm saying Extravaganza like you.
It's way more fun, isn't it?
It's not fun, and that's a problem for me because I like fun things.
Looking at this matchup, it's a pretty standard one you would have to expect for a final. Marlise Kiel and Paula Murphy. Now, that being said, it's going to be anything but standard level of darts. It's going to be exceptional because it's Marlise Kiel and Paula Murphy. I'm looking forward to seeing how this final will play out.
Yeah, do not measure your ability, if you're watching at home, to what these ladies are about to do. It will be better. I got to see Paula play her last match up close and personal as she defeated Asia Jalbert 3-0. And I'm telling you, the darts sit flat in the board, but they are usually dead center in those trebles when they're in there. It's kind of impressive.
It certainly is. So really cool to see how this one will shake up and play out. It is a first to three-leg format, and we'll see who gets on the breakaway here. Paula Murphy going to try to defend her 20s and continue her attack on the other numbers there for Marlise. Finds a single 20 on the first is staying. Taking a look. She does and finds it.
Big dart from Paula Murphy. Yeah, I will say she can hit everything, right? But the fact that the 19s and 17s are now spent is almost a little bit of an advantage for Marlise, because at least the two numbers that Paula is guaranteed to hit over and over again are technically gone. But Paula is still way out in front.
Yeah, and Paula should be doing a good job of defending her 20. She does miss on the first and then goes to the 18. I don't like the back and forth of that shot.
Yeah.
I think you stay on the 20 for two and then decide if a single 20 was enough or not to make that swing, just because it gives an opportunity for Marlise, who had played very good against Robin Curry in that previous match not too long ago.
Yeah, not many weaknesses at all in Marlise's game, that's for sure.
But Paula still has the point lead, so now two 18s and then switch back to a 20 would be the shot order I would go with. Starts with the 20. Misses the 18 on the big number, so now going back to the 20. So two 20s on the grab. Could be potentially costly if a trip 18 is found on the first dart, or even the second dart, because then it gives Marlise a shot at the 20.
Yeah, no surprise. Marlise, third overall in the averages for this event at a 2.83 in her four matches. Paula Murphy leading the field and almost lapping the field at a 3.30. So should be the heavy favorite in this final. However, Marlise more than capable of shooting many legs above that 3.30 from Paula. So you expect it to still be a really good affair. And so far, so good.
Yeah, that was still a good calculated shot from Paula on the trip 20 to grab the two 18s after.
Leonard Gates defeated Kevin Hawkins 3-1 in that men's first semifinal. It is Sunday at 6:21, my friend.
It sounds like it. Sunday commentary at its finest, folks. I know I've been full of some Sunday commentary for sure, so I more than understand that one, Sean. Marlise, trying to understand these 15s. Does find 5. Keeps a slight glimmer of hope for leg number 1. Paula to try to snuff out that flame.
Paula misses the first. It looks like she's staying right there. Now she's going to probably bail out to her 20s. Yep, does exactly that. Opportunity for Marlise. Needs a lot of 15s, and that is not going to help. As you can see, she tried to fit it around that first start that has got to be a good blocker.
Yeah, you expect Paula to go ahead and just take this opportunity, though, one way or another. Big 15, another one of those. Gets to close onto the bull to set up for a leg 1 win for Paula Murphy in this race of 3 final for the ADO singles. Gotta get those ADO points.
Paula certainly She's trying to settle down the crowd out there.
Specifically,
it's all,
Robin Curry, Callie West, it seems.
It's Callie West, Robin Curry. It's Dave Garfinkel. I can tell you who's not being loud is Asia Jalbert. She's probably just sitting there listening. But Paula does take out leg number 1. Tracy Firetag right there in that corner as well. So it's a lot of Jason Moran and Alex Bellman. Yeah, it's a lot of guys and players that just like each other.
Yeah, certainly the case. The rest of the hall's getting shut down pretty quickly, I might add. So right now you're seeing is just the last of the remaining action. All of it is congealed to one section of the tournament hall at this point.
Yeah, if you're left here in this tournament hall, you either are still playing or you really love the players that are still here. One way or the other.
Or you're here to shut down stuff.
Or you're here because they're your ride.
Or you're here because you work at the hotel. Or you're here if you happen to be staying at the hotel the rest of the week.
Or if you live in Cleveland.
Or if you live in Cleveland. Or if you're delivering Uber Eats to one of the players.
I get it. All right. It was a ridiculous statement.
I'll keep going.
I meant in the dart hall. But you're right. Anyway, Marlise only 2. Paula got 3. I have a feeling Paula's going to maybe go to her honey pot right away.
No, she's been staying pretty strong on her 20 shot first. Again, I would agree. Up until this weekend, I would have absolutely said the same thing. But she's been really staying true to her 20s. I think maybe either trying to break the habit or consciously work on a new one. And either way, I think it's absolutely been helpful for her.
Yeah, it's funny. Leg number 3 in the semifinal, she threw her first 3 darts, only hit 2 20s. Asia went up there, hit 5 20s. And then Paula goes back with 7 19s, and she goes, yep, that's exactly where I should have started. It's where I told myself I wanted to start, and then I did this anyway. So just funny to.
And Paula does talk to her chalkers. Let me tell you,
she sure does. I was a little bit.
You didn't take me seriously when I said that.
I was
she does
a little
that.
surprised. I just tried my best to be as quiet as possible.
Yep. But she's also really funny, and no one expects that when you're like seeing how Paula's like in the match. But no, she is seriously funny and a little goofy with it. I love it.
And then on top of that, Asia and her are good friends and teammates this weekend, so they're talking and joking around the whole time too. It was it would be easy to get wrapped up in that as a chalker.
Yeah, I might come off as like one of the world's most serious or mean people as a chalker because I will do nothing except stare at that board, occasionally give you a slight smirk so that way I feel like you feel satisfied for a response, and then I do an aggressive point to the side if it's a win.
I do a very slight.
Oh, no, I'm doing one of those. And if you don't know what happened, if you're just listening to our audio, like everyone is except for me and Sean.
Oh, yeah, we're not visual right now, are we?
Yeah, so it's intense.
Whatever that move was.
Yeah, it's one of these.
Yeah, disco. Think disco, but 90 degrees.
No, disco's like up.
Yeah, but 90 degrees.
But could go that way.
No.
There's two ways 90 degrees can
go. All right,
go.
but parallel to the floor.
All right, I'll allow it.
Yes. I'm a wordsmith, so.
That's your job title. Middle school wordsmith.
Marlise looking to add to the point total. Does that. See if she can just get rid of that 20. Sure does. 5 mark for Marlise Kiel. Keeping her in leg number 2. Race to 3 in the final. The women's singles cricket.
Paula just wasting no time on this dartboard, and that's very unfortunate for Paula Murphy.
You can see the divot in the board from where that dart landed.
And don't even have any pit sand to put in there.
No, we do not. For as unathletic as you are, you know a lot about golf. It's kind of impressive.
My dad used to watch golf as his nap time show, and I would be sitting next to him on the other couch. So I would watch a lot of golf. I've seen a lot of it. I live in Florida. I've golfed a lot, too.
I was about to say, you live in Florida. You might as well have.
I have, but I know. I'm not good at it.
Hey, listen, we've had this conversation. It's just always funny for the viewers at home that when you're like, yay, sports, 95% of the time.
And I actually do have a pretty good understanding of most sports.
You really do.
Unironically, this is true. Nowadays, listen to like a lot of different sports broadcasts. Not for nothing else than I will not look at the screen and just listen to what the commentators are saying and seeing how well I can follow along to try to learn for myself. That is actually something I do now that I did not do until about a year and a half ago. Which is also why I'm up to date on some sports. Like, I have not watched a single game of NBA since the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead. So I've not
Quite a few years ago.
I know. And I was only doing that because I needed to for my coworkers to understand me.
Fun fact, LeBron's on the Lakers now.
Yeah, sports.
Paula does take out the 16s. Marlise was extremely aggressive on that first start in the last round, closing the 18s with dart 1. Paula gets the point lead back. So Marlise going to have to look at the 15s here.
Marlise has done a great job battling this lake with a 4.1 average.
She's just been cruise control, honestly, in a good way. Very impressive.
But Paula, this is a big moment in this lake. If Paula can get the close in the point lead, it is massive. Oh, look at this shot from Paula Smooth Murphy.
Massive, which is like you said, my friend. And she's on the bowls, where Marlise will go to now.
Well, and teeing yourself up for a 2-0 lead in a race to 3 is miles ahead of your opponent, even though it's such a short runway where it can't be miles ahead.
I think we can call it ideal.
You know what? I was thinking, what if we called it ideal?
Let's call it ideal.
All right.
It's the ideal position to be in.
That's it.
Just needs 2 more of those. No more of those would be fine. She'll be back.
That she will. Good setup from Paula, all things considered. Wanted to get it done there, but it would require a perfect shot here for that to matter.
Chat, you've been watching along with us all weekend long. What was your favorite match of the weekend? Let us know in the chat.
And if you pick any match from Friday, we know you're lying.
Amen.
Paula gives a head nod there. She did not like that first start, but does correct very well in the second. 2-0 lead for Paula Murphy over Marlise Kiel. Kiel needs to go for a kill shot in this game. Try to get herself fired up.
Here we go. We got some viewers from overseas watching along. Steel Wolf, Kevin Garrett. They are Steel Tip fans, which is why they're here, and excited to bring you this coverage from some of the best in North America. Of course, Paula Murphy, legend of the game, American legend, and still growing that legend every single week that she plays darts against Marlise Kiel, Cleveland native, former Canadian. Yeah, former Canadian just by Dart Connect only.
That is true.
And Paula starting on the 20s. And this is where she's going to be annoyed by the fact that she didn't start on the 19s.
Right.
And she's up 2-0, though.
And not to hammer in on the whole fake Canadian thing, but to be fair, the first time I commentated Marlise, she was playing with Trish.
Yep.
So I was definitely bound for doom. Good close there from Marlise.
I actually, if you wouldn't have told me that, I would have said that she was Canadian today. If you didn't tell me that yesterday. Yep.
Well, let's hope I was right.
You are. You know how much I trust you is that I did not second guess that information, and now that I'm thinking about it, wow.
Well, do you want your phone holder back?
If you have, I swear. At this point, I'm just going to laugh out loud hysterically for the rest of my life. The entire trip home will be actually just me laughing. If you've just made it miserable for both of us the whole day. Actually, you don't even use it, so that's the best part. That's even better.
That's why it's like weird that both are gone.
Guys, if no one knows what we're talking about because we haven't even mentioned it once.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Let's not make that a habit of the community. It
definitely is for the best.
Yeah.
But if you're at a dart tournament later on, you find a phone holder that is metal and red or pink and plastic. Those are ours.
Will gave me that 3 years ago.
He gave me a green one, and I
didn't like it. Your name's Sean Green.
Yeah, and I didn't like it because I didn't have a fancy new phone, so I had like a thick case on it. It didn't work for mine. But now I would love it. And if I find mine, I'll give it to you since you don't have one anymore.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
What's funny, though, is I was so just it's probably gone forever type of situation for it. I already ordered 2 new phone holders on Amazon because it is not just convenient for me. It's needed for like CSE and stuff.
It's just very considerate that you got us each one, considering we were equally affected and you ordered 2.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
They were only $8. You can have one if you really want one.
Well, Paula's definitely having some struggles in this leg. Marlise should be able to grab the 19s. Grabs the first, needs at least another single, and does do so with some extra credit on the assignment, going up after passing the grade onto the 20, and does do a good job there.
Big darts from Marlise Kiel. She's saying it's not over yet.
And she absolutely should consider such as diddle every leg, and it's cricket. It is one of the most comebackable formats there is, and that's not even a word.
It is now. Words only become words if more people say those words.
That is true. And really, we're just on a floating rock in space anyways. Whatever you want as a word, you can have it.
Headed into the oblivion, my friend.
Gazpacho's not even a real word. People act like it is.
It is in a certain language, yeah, for sure.
I don't speak French.
I don't know if it's French, so I'm not going to respond to that.
The fun is in not knowing.
I guess. It doesn't really sound like a French word.
Gazpacho.
That's no. Even that was actually pretty decent. Now it sounds like a French word. You're right. Okay, it's the accent. That's all we needed.
If you're watching this match back later on YouTube, we're sorry. Anyways, back to the match. 218s closed. Marlise Kiel doing a good job of this, holding off on this leg. Paula started off slow, and Marlise has turned up the heat on this gazpacho boiling pot.
Gazpacho's cold.
Isn't it a soup?
It's cold soup.
It's cold soup?
Yes.
I've never had gazpacho.
Exactly.
I assumed it was warm because it was a soup. But I guess if cereal is a soup, then it can be cold.
Well, that's only your opinion on it. Other people, even still here, have a differing opinion on if it's soup or not.
I don't count the way.
Chat, we're just trying to get to this bad boy, okay? Just listen to us and go with it. Paula Murphy up 2-0. This is what you paid for at the end of the day, everybody.
This is, I mean.
Are you not entertained?
They should know.
They still didn't play that second semifinal.
So
we got 3 more matches left to go here.
2.5, technically.
Cleveland Extravaganza. It might be almost 3 complete ones if Marlise makes this whole comeback.
Yeah, but I'm saying we're already halfway through, so 2.5.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Oh, I was going with Oh Miss Believer, and I was like, there's no way you know that song.
Oh, living on a prayer.
Paula does find some 16s. Trying to mount a little bit of a comeback on the 16s. Finds 6 of them. 24-point difference. Marlise should just grab 2 big singles and a single 16, but misses the big 16. Misses the big 20.
Raggy.
This is definitely a disparaging situation.
I know I'm sad about it.
She goes back to 16. And now let's look at the math of the situation. So
logical.
It leads to a point where if Paula hits a 4, it forces Marlise to hit a 5 for it to be punished. But instead, Paula's going to do the safer route, start with 3 15s, pop the single 18. This is just hit everything, and it works. Trip 20.
Boom goes the dynamite. Paula Murphy with a huge 7.
Wow, what a great shot there. Completely turning this on its head. It went from, Paula hits a single 18 and 420s. It makes Marlise have to hit a 5 on the 15s. Instead, just hit a 7. Don't have to worry about it.
It all gone.
Turn on a dime. And I didn't even disagree with Marlise's decision on the single 16 after the first 2 darts. But all of a sudden, blink and you miss it. It can turn on its head. Paula Murphy.
I can tell you that's a blocker. Yep, and that's why she goes back. Had the bailout plan on the 15s if she needed it to add an extra bowl. And that extra bowl made it much more difficult to get the job accomplished. See that wonderful comment from Troy there?
Yeah, Troy Cox saying, thank you, USA Darts, for your perseverance on tracking down usable bandwidth for the stream this weekend. It didn't go unnoticed. Appreciate the kind words, and I always love it when you tune in because it's the only way I'm allowed to use the word Cox on the live stream otherwise.
Thanks, Troy. As Paula Murphy is your champion. Talk about great timing on hitting that last dart.